Anyone who follows my Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook account knows about my love affair that I have with my Glock 21. And currently my Glock 21 serves as my home defense weapon. So what I wanted to do is go ahead and get a shooting review for you guys. For this review, I put about 100 rounds through the Glock 21, and I didn't have any stoppages at all whatsoever. And I want to say the last time I shot this gun, I put about 200 rounds through it, and I hadn't cleaned it since then. As a matter of fact, I honestly haven't cleaned this gun since I first bought it. So, but for the most part, the gun ran flawlessly with no problems, just like a typical Glock does. Compared to other 45s on the market, the Glock 21 is a very soft shooter. It does kick because it is a 45, but instead of getting the snap that you would get from the 40 or the pop of the 9, you get kind of a dull pushback thud from the 45 round, and the Glock 21 handles it like a champ. Now, the grip is a bit beefy, so with the recoil, it might cause you to have to readjust your grip a little bit, but for the most part, the gun recoils very nicely, and it actually allows the gun to be enjoyable to shoot instead of a chore like some of the 45s are. I run a stock trigger on my Glock 21, and for the most part, I like it that way. Like it's your typical basic 5.5 pound trigger pull, like all Glocks straight out of the box. And me personally, I think the trigger gets the job done. It's not exceptional. It's not going to win any awards or anything like that. But for what you get out of the box, you can't really argue with it. And I do agree that it's a perfect starter type trigger for a striker fire weapon like the Glock 21. On my Glock 21, I'm running True Dot night sights with the orange back and the green front. And personally, the U Dot sights that you usually get with the stock Glocks, I hate them with an unequivocal passion. They just don't work for me, and they kind of more or less suck. But with these particular sights, they do their job. I like them a lot. And then there's a certain cool factor to them that I really enjoy, considering the different colors of the two front sight versus the back sight. And I kind of enjoy looking over at night and seeing it sitting on my nightstand with the orange dots going back at me. But for the most part, they're really nice and I like them. It's really easy to shoot this gun well, even though I didn't really display that in the video. But for the most part, the gun handles the recoil so well that it actually makes you a better shooter. Instead of getting that snap that you get with that straight back thud, it keeps the sights on target and you can get your shots on target as well. Now, I did most of the shooting I did with this was at 7 yards, and I kind of made an attempt at some type of grouping here. But for the most part, this gun is really accurate, and I have to say I really enjoy it. Hands down, without a question, though I love my 19 and it is my carry weapon, my favorite gun to shoot is my Glock 21. Simply because just shooting the 45 gives you a real sense of accomplishment when you are able to shoot it well. And there's just something fun about having to manage that type of recoil the way it does. But for the most part, the Glock 21 is a champ. It runs and runs and runs and runs, and I haven't had any problem with it whatsoever. And like I said, I truly enjoy shooting it. I'm pretty much, for the most part, going to leave it stock. I run it as my home defense weapon, and I do carry it from time to time. But for the most part, it stays at home. It is my nightstand gun, so when things go bump in the night, that's the first thing I grab. So that's my shooting review on my Glock 21. I'll take it easy.